Hey guys, so this is attempt number 6 or 7 I think at trying to do this video. I'm going to be attempting to do my August hits and misses today, which is why it's late because I keep trying to film it and it's just not coming out right, and now I've stayed up all night trying to do it. It's like 5:30 in the morning, so heaven help me, we will get this video up before this weekend. So I'm going to start off with nail polishes. The first ones I want to talk to you about are from Essie. These are the chrome ones that they have out right now. I've got No Place Like Chrome and Good as Gold. I really only wanted 2 colors of these just because I wasn't sure how they were going to perform, and I'm glad that I only got 2 because they don't really work that well for my nails. I would say that these are not really for people that have longer nails. I have this on my nails and my toes right now, and it performed so much better on my toes. There's no streaking and it wasn't hard to apply. One coat, it's fine. But for my fingernails, since they are a little bit longer, I had problems with bubbling and streaking and just everything that you can imagine. One thing that I would give you as a tip if you're going to use this polish is that don't use a base coat, because every time I've ever tried to use a base coat, no matter how long I've let the base coat dry, it always bubbles on me. So right now I just have 2 coats on, no base coat, and I did do a top coat, but after doing so I don't really feel as though it's necessary. And I will be trying to do a nail polish haul. I filmed it like twice today and it didn't happen, so I had to give up on that video, but it'll be up at some point. I know it's been like 7 months or something since my last nail polish haul. Anyway, the next polishes I want to talk to you guys about I mentioned in my giveaway winner video, and these are the Revlon Moon Candy double-ended nail polishes. Now Revlon does have a regular line of these double-ended polishes, and I was never really interested in trying them until these came out. These are limited edition, so if you are interested in them, I would suggest picking them up as soon as possible. I was able to find them at Rite Aid and CVS, I think. I don't think anywhere else that I've seen them. So I actually heard about these from Mrs. the Doll, and she's doing mostly nail polish videos now, and when I saw it I like freaked out. So basically all it is a creamy dark polish on one side and a flaky glitter top coat. It's really the glitter top coat that is the amazing part about these polishes. Now as much as I like these, I would only suggest 3 out of the 6 that I have. Sorry, I forgot one over here. Just because there are a couple that are standout shades and the others are kind of just like you could probably find somewhere else. So there are 6 colors that I have, but I believe there are 8 colors total if I'm not mistaken. I could totally be wrong on that, but I picked up these colors because the other 2 I thought were kind of ugly, to be honest with you. The other one was like an olive green with a yellow top coat, and I don't remember what, maybe there's only 7. I don't know. But the ones that I would suggest are Moondust, Galactic, and Orbit. And that would be because they have the prettiest top coats with the most multi-dimensional finish, as well as the most complementing color base, I think. Now, truth be told, I do think that the glitter top coats look best over their complementary cream colors that they come with. But personally, I don't really like to wear dark nail polish that often. It's a pain in the butt to get off. It can stain your fingers, and just I don't really wear dark polish that often. So I do like to pair the glitter top coats over a lighter color but still a complementary color, and that's been working out really well for me. I have an example of it in my last video, which was my winner announcement video, where I briefly touched on these, and you can see that I paired this over sort of like a teal color and it looked really, really nice. So that's always an option. One thing I would be aware of is that it doesn't take much to use up this polish. So let me just let this kind of drain down to the bottom. I used this Galactic once. So to do all 10 of my nails, it used up almost half of the polish. So if you really, really like this, I would suggest picking up backups. And you know, it's a shame that they don't have any polishes that I've seen that have this flaky top coat. All of my other glitter polishes are just straight up glitter polishes, and this was the first that it looks like glitter acrylic, which if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've always wanted to get done, but I don't really want to get the acrylics on. So I thought that was a really nice alternative. You do need to layer a couple layers of top coat on top. That's layer and top way too many times in the same sentence, but to get that smooth effect you do need to do that, so keep that in mind. The other 3 colors that I have are Milky Way, Supernova, and Satellite, and I just wasn't wowed by these. Milky Way is by far the worst that I have, just because it's just a gray polish with silver holographic glitter chunks. I mean, it's not really anything spectacular. It doesn't give that multi-dimensional effect that the other polishes give. The next that I have is Supernova and Satellite. This one has a burgundy polish and this one has a gray polish. I'm not really sure why they did so many with gray polish, but I don't know. This one just has a light pink and this one has a darker pink, and I mostly just got these to use over other colors because I knew I probably wouldn't like it over these. And I would say it's not bad for fall, not really my cup of tea though. And then the same thing with Supernova. I don't really like the effect over the gray polish. So that's my thoughts on those. Sorry that was kind of long, but they're so, you know, individual. Next, I'm going to move on to a few limited edition products. So if you have frequented in the drugstore recently, you most likely have seen these. These are the Maybelline Great Lash Colored Mascaras, and I'm always on a quest for a bright blue mascara. I've tried the Makeup Forever one. It does not show up on my lashes, and these were really no exception. The only colors that I felt showed up at all, even a little bit, were the Go-Go Green and the Totally Teal, and even then they're really not anything, you know, amazing. If you really want to try them, I would only suggest these two colors because these were the only ones that showed up remotely at all. I think if you had blonde lashes, maybe it would show up, but overall I don't find the Great Lash Mascara to be that great of a formula anyway if you have shorter lashes, so I wasn't too upset about it. I did have the blue and the purple, but I returned it because it showed up not at all. So there's my thoughts on that. I was really disappointed, although I did see a tutorial recently by one of my friends that I'll link in the info box below, and she had the Inglot blue mascara, and oh my gosh, I need to have that. I don't know where I can order that, but I need to get that. So staying on the theme of colored mascaras, this one is not limited edition, it is permanent, but I figured I'd just mention it since it's the same type of thing. This one's from Hard Candy, which you can get at Walmart, and this is the Lash Call Lengthening Mascara in Peacock. And I was very pleased to see that when I pulled the wand out, it was very bright like that. When I applied this onto my lashes at first, it does look this bright, but as it dries, it gets much darker and it turns into almost a navy blue. So I was disappointed with that it didn't show up as shocking as it looks in the tube, or even as shocking as it looks first applied, but you know, there's that. And the formula of the mascara itself I don't find to be anything spectacular. So I've got a couple more limited edition products, and then all the rest are from the permanent lines. This is one random lipstick that I got in Tenacious Taupe, and this is from the Maybelline Fall Collection, and it's a very brown nude, and normally I wouldn't like that for me, but I thought it was kind of fun to play around with. The earth tone lips apparently are like a big thing for fall or something like that, so I kind of wanted to play around with the trend and see how I liked it, and I don't mind this lipstick. I think it looks okay on me. Not my favorite, but also could be because I'm used to wearing so many pinks. So we will try that out a little bit more, but I always love the Maybelline Colorsensational lipsticks. They're like one of my favorite drugstore lipsticks, so not disappointed in that at all. And then I have this eyeshadow from the Body Shop. Now I don't get a ton of Body Shop makeup because I do think it's kind of expensive for what it is, but they do have some phenomenal sales sometimes. So I had gotten these buy one get one free. And I've always wanted to try their shimmer cubes because the ones that I've swatched in the past have been super, super beautiful, and I was just, I always wanted them, but I think they're like $20 or something like that, and I just felt like too much for what it was. So I got this one on sale, and I was a little disappointed in it. I have a tutorial with these, and a lot of people liked the way they looked in the tutorial. So if you liked the way they looked in the tutorial, then you may like them. I did that tutorial with no primer. I'll leave a link in the info box and probably do a little clicky thing right here. But overall, I would say save your money on this. Truthfully, I was not impressed. It's very hard and not very pigmented compared to others that I've swatched in the past. You probably can't even see that because it's so light. So this I was not, you know, too thrilled with. And then the last couple of limited edition things, actually I think only one of them is limited edition, but both from the same brand. I picked up a Giorgio Armani palette, and this is my first regular Giorgio Armani shadows and blushes, and I've always wanted to try one of their blushes because they get so much hype from beauty bloggers, I feel like, and a lot of people really like them, and they're really known for their blush and their bronzer. So I always wanted to try one, but I was kind of like, I don't really want to spend the money. Super, super expensive. Giorgio Armani is definitely an expensive brand. But I got this palette. This is from their Fall Collection 2012. This is palette number 2. Sorry, I'm like stumbling all over my words here. It's just a multi-layer palette. It's got a blush, really pretty peachy blush, And then really what I was after were these shadows. And it just looks like that. So, well, although these shadows are not super different, I actually don't have anything like them in my collection. It's got one shimmery all over the lid shade, and then like a crease shade and an outer corner shade. Of course, you know me, I don't feel like any palette is complete without a highlight shade, especially because a lot of times I won't use like an outer corner or anything. I want the highlight shade. So that's my only downfall with it, but other than that, I do think it's a beautiful palette and I really like it. I wish I liked the blush a little bit more. I'm not, you know, overly impressed with the blush like I had hoped that I would be. I have so many blushes that look like this. So there's my thoughts on that. Other than that, it's a, you know, it's a nice compact. It has a good weight to it. It's magnetic, very luxe feeling. Would I purchase this again? No, probably not. But do I like it enough to keep it? Yes. So that's kind of like up to you and your budget, I guess. I don't think it's anything to go crazy over, but I am glad personally that I have it. And then when I was at the counter, I picked up another Eyes to Kill, which I never thought I would purchase any more of these, but I am very pleased with this color. This is color number 27, and it's kind of like a purpley maroon color, which I thought was different. If you guys know me, I am always in neutrals and stuff like that, so I was curious to branch out into some other colors, and I love this. I've used it a few times already, and actually the color that I like to pair this with, which maybe I'll do a tutorial on, it's not that different looking, so I don't know. I have one style of eye makeup or two styles of eye makeup that I like to do that I think looks best on me, so I don't really like to stray from that. So a lot of times if it's a similar look, I don't want to do it because I don't want people complaining that it just looks like your other looks, blah, 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 blah. But that's what I like. So anyway, I digress. So the color that I think looks really, really nice with this is from L'Oreal. It's one of the infallible eyeshadows, and this is the Liquid Diamond. And a lot of people were saying they didn't know how to use this color, and you know, if I could do a tutorial on it. So I may do that, but these are basically like the L'Oreal equivalent to the Armani Eyes to Kill. I don't consider them overly comparable. They're not dupes by any means, I don't think, but they're similar ideas. And this color is beautiful. I love this color so much, and together they look really gorgeous because one is a silvery color that has complementary tones to that maroon color. Keeping it in the eyeshadow family, I also have the Urban Decay Smoked palette. Love this. At first I wasn't sure how I was going to like it because if you guys know me, I don't necessarily wear super dark colors, but I've been having a lot of fun with this palette, and now I absolutely love it. It comes with Perversion, which is probably my favorite Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner because it's super dark. I still don't think like I would pay for this full price if it didn't keep coming in kits because it just, these are expensive, and my Milani Liquify I think is like $8 or $9, and that to me is really expensive for an eyeliner, so I'm not going to pay $17 or $18 for an eyeliner. It's just not going to happen. But I would say that they're pretty much dupes of one another. So if you want to try a good drugstore version of Perversion, I think that the Milani Liquify in black is just as black as Perversion. I definitely like this a lot better than Zero. It almost feels creamier even. I don't really like Urban Decay Zero at all, so I was glad that I didn't get another Zero, that I got Perversion. And then these shadows I've been really, really enjoying. My favorites would be Mushroom and Backdoor. I've been using those a ton, and the other ones I've pretty much just swatched. But I recently had my pictures taken with one of Steve's friends, and these are the colors that I used, and I think that oh, you know what, my new profile picture for Twitter, my background and stuff, this is the palette that I used for that, and I know a lot of people had wanted to see a tutorial. It's really the same thing as my everyday eye makeup, just a lot darker in the crease. Another product from Urban Decay that you guys know that I've been trying is the Naked Skin Fluid Foundation, and I have the color 5.0. Now, I have been trying this for probably a month now, and I do like it. I do not like it as much as my YSL Taupe Resist, which is officially like going to be discontinued. So sad. But I don't know if I like this enough that I would consider this my daily replacement. The texture is very different. It's very liquidy and it almost is oily feeling. I tried using the optical brush that they suggest with this, and I do not like the way that looks because it gets so streaky. I don't want to have to sit there for 5 minutes blending in my foundation. So basically I just take a pump into my fingers, go like this, pat it around, and then just, you know, rub it in and have at. the shades look a lot darker in the bottle than they look on your face. This looks super, super dark. I would never even think to pick this up. I'm not sure how it's picking up on camera, but it looks very dark. It even squirts out very dark, but when you rub it in, it gets lighter. So keep that in mind. I would probably suggest going to Sephora and getting matched for that, or trying it out on your own, because if you just looked at the pictures, or if you just look like this, I would never think that this was my shade. I've got my regular Taupe Resist shade with me right here, and look at how different they look in comparison, but these both match my face. Surprisingly, it lasts a decent amount of time on me. I would say it lasts just as long as my YSL Taupe Resist. It may get a little oilier throughout the day, but overall I like the finish. It looks very natural. It's a lot thinner, and I do like the foundation. I would probably purchase it again when I ran out, but it's not a holy grail foundation for me. It's good, it's just not, you know, perfect. So staying with the whole face theme, I also tried the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream, and I absolutely love this. It's probably one of my favorite drugstore items that I've tried in a really long time. It's what I'm wearing on my face right now, and I just like it so much. I think that if my face had more imperfections, like more scars or more blemishes, I would not like this product. But as my skin is now, I like it a lot. So basically, it says it's a 4-in-1. It says it primes, perfects, hydrates, and corrects. And I don't know, I just really, really like this. I know a lot of other YouTubers have raved about this as well, and so hence then I was skeptical, but I do really like it. I just feel like I'm pickier than other people. Like, I feel like my needs are more specific, because I see a lot of people on here and their skin is like gorgeous, and I'm like, I'm not gonna even try that. But basically it just comes out white like this, and then it has like the pigment capsules in there, and when you rub it in, it does feel grainy, and then as you rub it in, the color develops, and then as it sits, I feel like the color develops even more. So one of the things that I like about this is obviously it's a very natural finish because it's supposedly a BB cream. There's definitely a difference between American BB creams and Asian BB creams. Asian BB creams have so much more benefits, number one, but number two, I feel like they are a lot heavier feeling. Even if the coverage isn't there, the feeling is there, and I can't stand that. So most of the time I prefer to wear a lightweight foundation because, you know, it's pretty much the same coverage and it's less, you know, heavy feeling. So this I do like, and I feel like I get pretty decent coverage. When I first apply this, it looks like I applied nothing to my face. My face looks shinier, but that's about it. But if you step away for a second, the color really develops, and it also gets a little bit more matte as it dries. So I like that a lot. And one thing that I've been pairing with this that I think works beautifully hand in hand is the Urban Decay Brightening and Tightening Complexion Primer Potion. This has been awesome with this, and I don't even think that I would love this as much if I didn't use this. So basically, I just put a thin layer of this on first. Now, I don't really know if this brightens or tightens, but it's another one of those lotion type primers. There's no silicone in it, so it's not going to really fill anything in or do anything. It just, I like to use primers like this once in a while for added moisture, but I actually notice a difference with this primer, which is amazing because usually it's not the moisturizing primers that you really notice a big difference, but for this product I do. So I'll put a thin layer of this on, and then I'll go ahead and put a thin layer of this on, and when it's done, I don't know, doing whatever it has to do, I notice that it dries a lot more matte, and I feel like there's more coverage. For whatever reason, this makes this have more coverage, which, given, you know, this is not a heavy coverage product by any means, I would say it's kind of like sheer to light, but it is slightly buildable. I think you could put on one more coat of it and you'll get a little bit more coverage, really not much. This is not going to be something, like when I put it on, I have like a couple freckles right here. It doesn't cover any of that, but it really does a great job at neutralizing your face and evening out your complexion. There are a lot of places on my face that I don't require any coverage, like my forehead doesn't need anything, and, you know, my nose and all of that. So this is perfect for it because it doesn't look heavy. It just kind of evens everything out and takes away any redness. Now, if I do have any extra spots that need coverage, I will have to go in with a concealer. If you've got dark circles, 100% you're going to need a concealer. It's not going to cover anything up there. Keep that in mind. I know a lot of people like full coverage foundation, or, you know, they like full coverage, but really your foundation or your skin makeup should just be enough to even everything out and then anywhere that you need extra coverage, you can go in and put a concealer. So I like this a lot. This is great for summer, I think. It doesn't feel greasy. It gets a little bit oily throughout the day, but I wouldn't say any more than any of my other foundations, and it lasts all the same amount of time as my regular foundation. So I love this product so much, and it's a million times better even with this product. So that's probably like my favorite thing I'm going to talk to you about this month. Well, yeah, one of my favorite things. I've got one more favorite. The next thing in the face category would be the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish Natural. Believe it or not, I've never tried this product before, and I know people are going to be like, I don't understand what you mean, but I just thought it was expensive for like a pressed powder, and I was not interested in trying it. But this is in medium plus, and this has been perfect all summer. I actually really like it, and it does not break out my skin, which is what I was afraid of. This is great to set BB creams. It can go on a little heavy, so you should be careful with it, but it doesn't, I don't know, it almost gives you like a little bit of a sheen, but like a matte sheen, which I know is like an oxymoron, but it gives you like a kind of natural sheen. It doesn't look like you're over powdered. So I like that. The only thing is, like I said, I have to be careful with it because to me this is like a powder foundation. It doesn't say powder foundation, but the coverage to me is like a powder foundation. So have to be careful with that. I'm not wearing that today. But I have worn it in the last couple months and I do like it. So there's that, and that's the last thing in the face category. Next I'm going to move on to lips. I don't have very much to talk about in lips. I know I mentioned that one lipstick. I don't know why I didn't mention the rest of the lip stuff then, but anyway, here we go. So I've got two lip liners that I really like, and these are both from Too Faced. These are the Perfect Lips lip liners, and I like it in Perfect Nude and Perfect Spice. Perfect Spice I don't wear too often, but I do have one MAC lip color that I need a darker lip liner with because it's way too light for me. So to make it work, I have to use a lip liner. And normally I don't line my lips. I don't do like the lip lining and the lipstick and the lip gloss. I use this as kind of an all over, more long wearing lipstick. So usually what I'll do is I'll take Perfect Nude, fill in my entire lips, and then put a sort of sheer gloss over it. And the one that I like to use is from Hard Candy. This is their gloss in Girl Next Door, and Girl Next Door with Perfect Nude, I think it's called, yeah, Perfect Nude is just such a beautiful lip color. I absolutely love it. And I think this one's almost done. That's all I have left of that lip liner. So definitely been loving this. The Perfect Spice, again, I don't wear as often because it's dark for me, but Perfect Nude is nice because it's like a mauve-y nude, but it is light enough to kind of nude out my lips, which generally is the look that I'm going for all the time. So we're actually getting down to the last couple things here. I don't have too much more to talk to you guys about. The next thing I'm going to show you, I've been getting a lot of questions on, and that would be my eyebrows. A lot of people have noticed that they're a little bit different than they have been, and I'm not tweezing them any differently. I don't really tweeze my eyebrows anymore because if you've been watching me for a long time, it took a long time to grow these suckers in. So I'm not really touching them. I'll once in a while take away some of the strays if they're down here, but for the most part I let my brows be how they are, and then I just fill them in the shape that I want to fill them in. So for June and July, which you wouldn't know because I forgot to do my hits and misses, or I didn't forget, I just didn't have time, but I will still be doing them just because the products are still valid. It doesn't matter what month I'm using them in, so look out for that maybe this month, hopefully this month. But for June and July I was using the Too Faced Brow Envy Kit, and I was really liking that. This is the first powder brow stuff that I have been successful with. I've tried the Milani one before and the color didn't really match me, and it was hard for me to work with, but this product I really did like. So it comes with 2 shades and then wax and a highlight. The wax and the highlight I don't even mess with, but it came with tweezers, a little brow brush, and a spoolie. And actually the tweezers and the little brush worked pretty well for this product. My only complaint with this product is that I felt like it didn't really match me well enough. Now there's only one kit and it comes with both blonde and brunette shades. My problem with that is that the brunette is really too dark for me. It comes out almost black, I feel like, on me, and then the blonde is way too ashy. Like I can't even wear it. And to mix them together is just, it didn't really work. And also when you use the brush it gets very powdery. Like the way the powders are, it's kind of like an eyeshadow. I'll do a close-up and you can see that the brush really digs into it, and I really hated getting all of the remnants everywhere. It was just a messy thing, and also the packaging is super bulky. Other than that, I think it's a pretty good kit. It also comes with brow stencils and a brow pencil. The brow pencil in here is terrible. It's like a creamy eyeliner. You never want a brow pencil that's so creamy where it's gonna like melt off your face. So I didn't care for that, and I'm not using the brow stencils. So I was kind of like, how am I ever going to travel with this, because this is so huge. I really feel like this is totally unnecessary. But I stuck with it and I really enjoyed it. Then after that I had tried the Sigma brow kit. I don't really like that one, although I think it comes with some great features. Like, it comes with awesome scissors, the tweezers are really good, the brush that it comes with here, it's a brow brush and a little spoolie, awesome. It comes with brow stencils, again I don't use that. It comes with a brow gel, brow pencil, highlight pencil, and 5 powders. Now, I don't even have that with me here because I used it a few times and I just didn't like it. I like all of the components in it, I just don't like the powders itself, and I don't like the brow gel. For some reason the brow gel, the tinted side, which I love tinted brow gel, but it comes with shimmers in it and it actually shows up on my brows shimmery, so that's not a good look. I do use the clear end, but it's like you don't have to buy the whole set for the clear end because you could just use anything for that. But the brush I do like, and I hope that they will sell this separately. This is the E75, and this brow brush is awesome. The spoolie I don't use too much because my brows aren't really unruly since there's hardly any hair there. But the brush I like a lot better than the brush that comes in the Too Faced kit. So that brings me to the product that I'm using right now. So all of June and July, Too Faced kit. So if you like the way my brows look there, that's the kit that I used. If you like the way my brows have looked all of August, I actually bit the bullet and bought the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder. I never wanted to buy this. I think it's $20 or $22, and it's the teeny tiniest little thing I've seen in a really long time, and that doesn't even really make sense. I don't know why that was a valid point, but this has been so awesome. I use both of the colors. Mostly I just use the lighter end right here, and this is what I've been using to fill in my brows with the Sigma brush, and I love it. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that I had such a hard time with my brows and finding products that work. I probably will do an updated brow video for you. I use a couple of products now, which I hate that I use more than one product, but sometimes I guess it is necessary. But I love this. It's so life-changing for the brows. Like, not life-changing for my life really, I guess, but for the brows, best thing that I've gotten for my brows in such a long time. I do still use the Rimmel brow pencil, and I love it. That's a perfect color for me. 02 Hazel is like the perfect eyebrow color, but I only kind of use that for the tails now because I much prefer the way it looks with the powder. I finally have enough eyebrow hair to use the powder, which is pretty exciting. If you've been following me for a while, you know my brows have been on a trip. Basically what happened was, like, I tweezed them too much when I was younger, and then they didn't ever grow back, and then I got sick, and then they grew back, and they've been kind of continuing to grow back. Recently they kind of went through like a growth spurt, so they've become why can't I talk? They've become a lot fuller. They're still not dark though, like on their own they don't look like anything, but I'm very happy with my brows right now, so I'm trying not to mess with them too much, and I think that the powder has been really helping with keeping my brows in my face, because I noticed that when I use a waxy pencil sometimes it can pull some brow hairs out, but the powder is pretty gentle on them. So I love this, and I definitely recommend it for anyone that has similar eyebrow or similar hair color to me. I'm sorry, it's 6 a.m. and I haven't slept yet because I'm trying to get this video up. Alright, home stretch, last 2 products. I'm going to try and wrap it up and hopefully get through this video. So the last 2 products I want to talk to you guys about are fragrances, and these are the only fragrances that I got this month. They are by Misha, which are the same people that make the Perfect Cover BB cream, which is probably my favorite BB cream these days. It's what I've been wearing a lot of the summer if I go outside, just because I have a hard time with sunscreen. I can't find a good sunscreen that works without breaking out my skin, so if I go outside, or I'm going to be outside during the day, I'll usually just use that BB cream, and I use shade number 23 if you're curious. But they're the same makers, and they actually have a US website now where you can purchase things off of, so no longer do we need to purchase off of eBay. And they have 2 fragrances. One is called Stay Beside Me, and the other is called Always Be Mine. And I've been using these pretty much all month. The one that I like the best is Stay Beside Me, and this is Steve's favorite also. It almost smells like Britney Spears Curious, so if you like something like that, it smells like that, just a little bit higher quality smelling. I don't know. I mean, I love Britney Spears Curious. It's one of my favorite fragrances, but it just smells a little bit more, I guess, mature? I don't know. But I guess that's kind of what it reminds me of. I'll leave whatever information I can in the info box as far as what the notes are, because I'm really bad at that. And then the Always Be Mine, I don't mind. It smells even more mature though. It smells a little bit older. It almost smells like soap. Wait, let me smell it again. It smells like sunflowers now that I think about it. Like not real sunflowers, but like a perfume. I don't know why I think it smells like sunflowers. It just does. There might be another perfume that smells like that. It just smells like sunflowers to me. Not real sunflowers. Perfume sunflowers. So they're my thoughts on that. And it does have like a little hint of soap, and it smells older. So like more mature. So I don't really like this one quite as much. I definitely prefer the Stay Beside Me, which is a little bit closer to like Britney Spears Curious. Sorry. I hope they're not offended by me comparing these fragrances to them. I like them both, so at least that. And they are perfumes. They're not like cologne or anything like that. So that's pretty much it. Sorry this hits and misses is crazy. I haven't slept all night. It's now 6:20 and I've just been doing this all day, and this is my third time today trying to film it on top of all of the other days that I've tried to film this video. So I'm pretty frustrated with it, and I'm crazy today with all of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, and I will talk to you in a couple days. Okay. So I of course will list everything in the info box below. I will try to link as much of it as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, always feel free to either tweet me or leave me a comment. I only check comments for like the first couple days though, so if you don't hear back from me and you comment like a week after the video, I'm not ignoring your comment. I'm not checking it anymore, because once you get so many videos, and I reply to pretty much everyone, so it's too much. It's too much. So before I go, what's on my lips is this NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in Salsa, and that's the only thing I have on my lips. And that's pretty much it. I don't know why I want to tell you guys that. I guess because in my last video I talked about what I was wearing, and I liked doing it. So yeah, but I always list everything that I'm wearing in the info box below, so check that out if you're interested. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.